Welcome back to First Issues. We have come to the end of our series on the various types of scams with fraud manager Kagiso Patrick. In previous episodes, we discussed Ponzi schemes, business email compromise, and promotional scams. In tonight's installment, Kagiso shares with us the details of one last scam, the advance fee scam.
With advance fee scam, usually it starts as a business opportunity, and like all the other scams, you get contacted by people that you absolutely do not know, but they will be presenting a very enticing business opportunity that maybe they are looking to finance you to start some business operation or to upgrade an existing business. So what then happens is they'll process papers and start sending you proof of payments that they have started processing payment. But as you're expecting the payment to hit your account, then you'll start getting information that the funds got held up in an account somewhere, and then you are required to pay some fee so that the funds are released. Or again, they'll say there are certain legal fees that are outstanding that needs to be paid. Usually it's a percentage of whatever money that we have been promised, and that money or whatever fee that you are asked to pay upfront is what we term advance fee, because you are paying it in advance so that you can get the funds released. So the moment you make payment of this amount, then they cut communication and you'll never hear any word from them again. You try to reach them on the emails that you have been communicating them with. You start calling them on the numbers that you have been using before. They will not be going through. The emails will not be answered.
Without really sounding like a broken record, how then can you tell that this is a scam?
Usually when something is too good to be true, it usually is. You are contacted by people you have never contacted that before. That should raise some suspicions. That why am I getting this opportunity? Why was I chosen out of so many people who are doing business? And what happens with this kind of scams is they send these emails to a lot of people across the world possibly, and only a small fraction will respond, but the reward out of it for the criminals is quite big. So it doesn't matter how many people have responded, but the few that have responded would actually give the criminals the incentive that they are looking for.
Seeing that, like you're saying right now, that these are emails or attempts that are made all over the world, possibly from across the continent, right? What sort of recourse would somebody who's fallen victim to this have to get some sort of justice?
As I've said, whenever a victim suspects that their banking details have been compromised or could have been compromised, they should notify their bank in time, and secondly, they should report the matters to the police for proper investigations.
In some of our conversations, we've spoken about scams against SMEs. So earlier you were talking about phishing and vishing and smishing. Do you have any more that you could speak to that usually affect SMEs?
What is also becoming prevalent in recent times is a way of a procurement scam targeting SMEs mostly, where they will get called by unknown people, posing or purporting to be representing quite reputable companies, mostly from the procurement departments of those organizations, and they'll be saying that no, we are looking to procure certain items and goods, and we have selected you for that procurement. So we'll send you, give us an email address, we'll send you the purchase order so that you can go on with the procurement. So what they will then do is they'll send you the email with the fraudulent purchase order, and in that email they'll also give you a link to say this is the supplier of the goods, and meanwhile that link will take you to a fake shop which is being operated by, you know, their accomplices or the people that are within the network and they work with. So the moment you click that link, it will take you to that fake shop. Then you will see the items that you are looking for. Ridiculously priced, very, very low price. And obviously this is meant to entice you, because when you look at it, you see that the profit margin for you will be quite big. So usually, you know, these are suspecting businesses. They will, you know, jump into the opportunity and make payment for those items. And, you know, the excuse that they are normally given after making payment is that, you know, the goods have been loaded. It will take, you know, a few days to a week for them to finally arrive to where they're intended to go. But those few days actually meant so that the criminals can access the funds and deplete the funds before the victim gets alerted.
Earlier we talked about, you know, the overall impact that scams have. Do you care to share what your thoughts are around that?
The impact is quite huge, you know, from a personal level. The financial loss that, you know, these victims, you know, go through, it's really disruptive. Sometimes to an extent that, you know, the business can, you know, close down. Disruptive even up to, you know, the family level, because, you know, there's loss of income, obviously. You know, organizationally, as I've indicated, that, you know, some businesses, you know, never recover from such scams. So this is the level of impact that could come with this scams.